Critical thinking is a skill that allows you to analyze information and arguments in a disciplined and objective way. It's not just a talent you're born with, it's a deliberate and teachable process of self-correction. Think of it as an intellectually disciplined way of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, and evaluating everything you encounter. This process is guided by core intellectual values like clarity, accuracy, and fairness. A multidisciplinary foundation. The concept of critical thinking has a rich history that spans millennia. Its roots trace all the way back to ancient Greece with the teaching method of Socrates. He didn't give answers, he provided questions to help his students rationalize their own thoughts. This ancient ideal of disciplined inquiry evolved through the Enlightenment and into the modern age, becoming a practical tool for analyzing real-world problems. Today, our understanding of critical thinking is a blend of different fields. Philosophers see it as a reflective process for deciding what to believe. Psychologists focus on the cognitive mechanisms, seeing it as a form of problem-focused thinking that assesses itself. And in education, it's a foundational skill that transforms passive memorization into active, dynamic exploration. The convergence of these ideas on the phrase intellectually disciplined process tells us one thing. Critical thinking is a rigorous methodology that anyone can learn and systematically develop. The anatomy of a critical thinker. To think critically, you need a system. Two of the most powerful frameworks for this are the Paul Elder model and Bloom's taxonomy. The Paul Elder framework gives you a meta-language for thinking about your own thinking. It says all thought has 8 fundamental parts, like your purpose, your assumptions, and your point of view. By consistently applying 9 universal standards like clarity, accuracy, and fairness, you can assess and improve the quality of your own arguments. Then there's Bloom's taxonomy, which provides a hierarchy of cognitive skills. The levels range from basic recall to complex creation. The highest levels, analyze, evaluate, and create, are the core of critical thinking. While Bloom's tells you what skills to develop, the Paul Elder framework gives you the how, providing a rigorous method for performing those higher-level cognitive tasks. But skills aren't enough. A critical thinker also needs a specific disposition. This involves developing key intellectual traits like humility, courage, and integrity. The more you apply the standards of critical thinking, the more these traits become part of your character, turning disciplined thought into a natural guide for your actions. Critical thinking in practice. This isn't just an academic exercise. Critical thinking is an indispensable tool in high-stakes fields. In law, it's the engine of legal reasoning, helping professionals analyze complex issues, interpret statutes, and build persuasive arguments. It's about more than winning a case. It's about making strategic decisions with a holistic view. In medicine, it's a life-saving skill that helps doctors avoid diagnostic errors. For instance, a doctor might use their fast, intuitive System 1 thinking to jump to a diagnosis, but an experienced physician would intervene with slow, deliberate System 2 thinking, questioning assumptions and probing deeper to avoid a cognitive bias like premature closure. In business, it's a superpower for innovation and strategy. Companies like Amazon have built a culture around deep and detailed thinking, where leaders write comprehensive documents to vet ideas before implementing them. This ensures that every decision is thoroughly examined, which in turn leads to greater agility and success. Navigating the cognitive landscape. Critical thinking doesn't work in a vacuum. It complements other cognitive processes. It's often seen as the counterpart to creative thinking. While creativity is about generating new ideas, critical thinking is about evaluating their practicality. The best innovators use both in synergy, asking both what if and is this viable. Critical thinking also works hand-in-hand with systems thinking. While critical thinking zooms in to analyze the validity of a single part, systems thinking zooms out to understand how all the parts interact and influence each other. Both are necessary to solve complex problems. Perhaps the most important related skill is metacognition, or thinking about thinking. This is the fundamental ability that enables all critical thought. Without the self-awareness to monitor your own reasoning, you can't apply intellectual standards or correct your own biases. Metacognition is the control room of critical thinking. obstacles to reason. Even the smartest people fall prey to cognitive biases, systematic errors in thinking that lead to distorted views and poor judgments. Think of confirmation bias, where you only seek information that confirms what you already believe, or the sunk cost fallacy, where you continue to invest in something just because you've already put so much into it. These mental shortcuts are often a product of our brain's fast, intuitive System 1 thinking. The role of critical thinking is to engage System 2, the slow, deliberate, and logical mode of thought, to override those System 1 impulses. This is why critical thinking is so difficult, yet so essential. It's a disciplined act that must be trained. So how do you get started? It all comes down to consistent, deliberate practice. First, use wasted time. Instead of mindlessly scrolling, use a few moments to reflect on your day and ask, when did I do my best thinking today? You can also keep an intellectual journal to analyze emotionally charged situations and identify your own biases. And develop the habit of asking critical questions like, what happened? So what? And now what? To get to the heart of any issue. For educators, it's all about fostering an environment of intellectual independence. Use the Socratic method by providing more questions than answers. Teach students information literacy by challenging them to spot a fake website. And create a safe space for debate and discussion, where students can articulate their views and support them with evidence. Conclusion. Critical thinking is a disciplined, multifaceted process that goes beyond simply accepting information. It's a skill rooted in ancient ideals that has evolved into a practical tool for navigating a complex modern world. It is the ultimate tool for making informed judgments that guide both your beliefs and your actions.